Welcome, welcome everybody. And yeah, get back, go on to the groups and say OTC on this call, please. Definitely want to get more members onto this call. You don't want to miss the session today. This is going to be a session that you're going to learn so much from. And don't forget to have a book and a pen to take notes. Melanie is definitely going to be dropping some nuggets. You don't want to miss this. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome to the call. Let us know where you're dialing from. Welcome to the call. Okay, I'm gonna get started in just a minute. We're gonna get started. Let's get more members, agents on the call. Let's get more agents on the call. You definitely don't want to miss this call. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's just check now. Okay. All right, and if you can get your cameras on, you can definitely do that, guys. Let's do that. I'm going to be welcoming Melanie now. All right. Okay, guys. I see Henry on the call. Henry. Hi, Henry. I know that Henry is not able to make this call, basically host this call because he's got network issues right now. So I'm definitely going to do that on behalf of Henry. I just want to make sure that Melanie is co-host. Yes, she is. And yeah, so guys, I'm going to kick off. If we can still get back to your members and say, hey, get onto this call. They definitely don't want to be missing out on this call today. On this team call, we're going to be definitely learning a lot. Make sure you've got your book and your pen to take lots of notes, right? And I'm going to be introducing Melanie. For those that don't know me, my name is Neera Singh. And yeah, you're going to learn a lot from Melanie. I read some of her bio, and I always follow her trainings, her presentations, and I also follow her on social media. She's definitely a rock star, somebody that I definitely admire, and somebody that's really making things happen out there. So and my name is Neera Singh, and being part of this industry for more than like 15 plus years, excited, and for the last 3 years being part of Secret and understanding the experiences that we can have with Secret in terms of the travel, the products and stuff. But what caught my attention was definitely the residual income that we could be tapping into with Secret, and that's where it's freedom money. And I'm definitely going to be asking Melanie how she's created this freedom money, because it's definitely allowed her to retire, right? And Melanie, are you on the call? Are you on the call, Melanie?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, everybody. Good evening to you.
Awesome. Welcome, Melanie. Okay, I'm just going to introduce Melanie. And so Melanie Levitz hails from not Miami Beach, Florida. During her active duty in the US Air Force, she embraced social marketing in June 2010, aiming to explore the globe and supplementing her income part-time, having traveled to 44 countries, wow, and embarked on over 150 trips. In a span of 5 years, Melanie underwent a transformative personal development training. And that's definitely, where what dropped, her to make some major, major decisions. And she decided to commit to taking this business seriously. And she transitioned from basically viewing this business as a hobby to remarkably, she replaced this in 12-year Air Force income within just 18 months, enabling her to depart her active duty 8 years ahead of retirement. Now, that's the power of the system that she's going to be talking about today. Presently, Melanie is an international trainer, an author, and achieving a 7-figure income in a decade, all while continuing to serve in the USA Force Reserve. Notably, she also shed about 32.5 pounds in 5 months, serving as an inspiration for others in their fitness journey. Melanie's core passion lies in assisting others in turning their dreams into reality, contributing to charitable causes, and continuing while she continues her global travel. Wow. Melanie, welcome, welcome, welcome. And, if I can start by asking you, who is Melanie, right? Who is Melanie?
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on this call. Welcome, everybody. I believe not only Africa is here, but I see people from Europe and America. So thank you for chiming in. And as you heard Nira say, make sure you grab a pen and paper, because a lot of my story has a lot of life lessons. And if I would have learned these life lessons earlier on in my business, I probably would have succeeded a lot faster, but not only learned them, but also implemented them. And I also just want to thank Nira for that introduction and for all your hard work, Nira. I know that you're one of the leaders in Africa, and as well as Mr. Henry Moyo. And, just so you know, they put a lot of effort. They put a lot of work into getting people on these calls for you guys. And I just want you to recognize, the leadership that you have available for your business and who you can reach out to on an anytime basis, I'm pretty sure, to ask for help. So thank you for your leadership, Henry and Nira, most and first of all. And as you heard Nira said, my name is Melanie. I'm from Miami, Florida, and both my parents were the troublemakers of their family. So instead of following their lead, I decided that I didn't want to live the life that they were living. And I joined the United States Air Force to, of course, travel, which has always been a passion of mine, and to also get an education through the government, because I knew for sure I was not ready to take on university or college. So why not join the military to travel the world, which was my most passion. And in doing so, I thought that I would go to, international bases and tours. And I ended up transitioning from Florida to Arizona. So I wasn't very far. It wasn't a big step in my first deployment in the military, but I actually volunteered to go to Korea. And in doing so, you get to choose where you want to go afterwards. And you do a year tour. And after that tour, I was expected to go to England and serve on a special operations assignment. They actually gave me an official passport, and I was very, very excited. But God had other plans for me, and he knew that where my place should have been was not going to be in United Kingdom. Instead, I got transitioned and transferred to Shreveport, Louisiana. And it wasn't by choice. I was actually very displeased with the military's decisions, but because things had happened in my life, they thought it was a better place for me to go. And even though I fought and kicked and tried to go to the general inspector to be able to have my orders sent back to the United Kingdom, I just was not able to make that happen. And I decided at that moment that I was going to give up and realize that God had other plans for me. And I knew that something greater was going to happen in my life there in Louisiana rather than in England. So in June, I transitioned there in 2007 from Korea. And in June of 2010, I was introduced to our industry of network marketing. And I was introduced to what was the #1 travel club in the world. And when I saw what my officer in the Air Force decided to share with me was an opportunity to join a travel club that allowed us to travel at wholesale. And for me, it was a complete yes. As I said before, my passion is travel. And when I saw $69 cruises and $200 all-inclusives, I knew that it was a no-brainer. And when I told my friend, the military officer in the Air Force, he said to me that if I wanted to join the business side as well. And just so you have an idea where I was at the time, I was 28 years young in my life, 13 years ago. And I was a college student. So I was actually in school learning to become a foreign language officer to retire with a higher pay grade. So my plan was to stay in the military active duty and do 20 years and retire. And I actually was living paycheck to paycheck. So to join the club, I joined by maxing out my credit card. So when he asked me if I wanted to make money sharing the idea, I said, yeah, of course, I'm going to share it anyways. So if you want to pay me to share it, then yeah, I'll give it a shot. Without realizing, I just assumed it would pay off some of my credit card bills and allow me to take some more trips. But as you heard Nira say, it's definitely been a world of a difference. I thank my sponsor every day for showing me because, as you heard, it allowed me to retire from the military active duty 8 years earlier than planned.
Wow, Melanie. In saying that, sometimes, many of us undermined, the power of the system that we have available to us. What can you say about our network marketing as a system, social sharing, revolution? Can you expand on that so we don't miss that part? I think sometimes our industry is really, really undervalued in
For
terms
sure.
of giving us the freedom that we seek financially.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Nira. And I think it's just a lack of education because usually in high school, and I'm not sure in your school program, but in America, they don't have business 101 in high school. They don't have making money while you sleep 102 and 103. If they did, I would take it, right? We all probably would. So when we're introduced to this industry, we see an opportunity that allows us hope and vision of what our lives could look like. But a lot of times we treat it like a hobby simply because it costs as much as a hobby. And that was my problem in my first 18 months. When I started going to the events and I started staying around the people that were very influential in our industry, that were making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars a year, then I realized that I too had the potential. But it wasn't until I saw the presentation that I first heard the term residual income. See, there are only 6 different ways to make residual income in our world. One of them is being an actor or a songwriter or a model. And me being 5'1" was definitely not going to be able to participate in the model. And I definitely cannot sing. I wanted to be an actress, but I didn't start off in my career that way. And of course, my sports section of my life is decent, but it's definitely nowhere near a professional. So I knew that I wasn't going to be able to be an athlete, a musician, or an actress or model. So those 3 were definitely out of the question. The other 3 options to earn residual income in our world is being a realtor, selling real estate. And I knew that that was a lot of work. The test was going to be very difficult. So it wasn't up my alley. And then the other one is insurance. And I definitely don't even agree with insurance, so I'm not going to try to sell it. The only other industry is what we do in network marketing. So if you have a better understanding that you're in the right place, unless, of course, you are a professional athlete, singer, actress, model, or you like insurance, or you want to sell real estate, then that may be an avenue for you. But network marketing allows more people the opportunity to create a financial stable lifestyle without any education, without any background. The only requirement is to have a strong desire. And a lot of times as we look at this, it's different. And we are accustomed to go to work hard, exchange our hours to create an income. Where here, it's not like that. We actually work smarter and not harder, and we leverage other people's time, and we help build a team that can eventually create a residual income that will be sufficient enough to replace our career. I like when Jim Rohn says that you're going to work full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune until you can work enough part-time on your fortune that it will replace your full-time job.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Melanie, from transitioning from your prior company, how has been your journey in Secret, and what has kept you going, and what gets you excited about Secret? Can you share?
Yes. First of all, what's kept me going is you, Nira, Henry, Hillary, Bob. It's good to see you, and so many other people in my team, and our leadership, and of course Isaac and our founder and the executive team. I love being in this community. I love being able to know that I have friends in Africa, all around the continent. I love knowing that I have access to people that are lawyers and doctors and nurses and caretakers. And it's just a simple call for me to ask any of my concerns that I have in my life with the people that I network in business with. So for me, first of all, is community, the support, the access to people. I know that when I joined this industry, I had 500 Facebook friends, and I was very particular on who was my friends on social media. But now I have more than 30,000 friends, and it's all due because of this industry, because we are connected with the similar passion of building a residual income. But what got me into Secret was knowing that, first of all, I love travel. And we were going to create, again, the #1 travel club in the world. And second of all, I found that having a product line following travel and our services was going to allow me to make a lot more money. And then to come to find out that it was minerals and products from the Dead Sea. I have an Israeli background. My mother was born in Israel, and I've actually been to the Dead Sea. So I know how powerful and how special the Dead Sea is. So I was beyond excited to start having access at wholesale prices to the Dead Sea minerals. And since being a member and an agent and using the products, my skin has looked better than ever. I actually suffered my entire adult life with acne that would run across my chin and jawline and around my neck. And now just by using the mud soap, that one product has cleared up my skin. And I'm no longer embarrassed to say I have, acne as an adult. And then, of course, with the nutrition line, as you heard Nira say earlier, I incorporate that right away into my routine, incorporating the shakes and the wellness products, and was able to compete for my first ever fitness show at the age of 40. Losing 32.5 pounds in 5 months would have definitely not been possible if it wasn't the help with our holistic wellness line. So it was definitely a no-brainer. But once I went to Isaac's home and had a Shabbat dinner in his house, and I was served with his food by his family, I knew that there was no other place I wanted to be, that this was family for me, and that I would follow Isaac to the end of times. And I'm so grateful that we have decided to partner up with Secret and create a lifestyle now called Club Secret.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Melanie. Melanie, I listened to your last training onboarding call last Saturday, and you talked about a formula. So I'm just maybe a business building question. Formula, what do you mean by a formula? If you can expand on that, if that's in terms
Yes,
of
for
building.
sure. That is a great question, Nira, because a lot of times, and you should definitely write this one down, is that people don't understand that in life, everything that is coming to us, whether it be a gift or an obstacle or a challenge, there's always a formula to discovering how to resolve this or how to accept this new challenge or obstacle you're facing. And we say there's a formula for building your business, and everything is a numbers game. So if you know you want to hit the next level of your square bonus, for example, and you want to be able to achieve 10-10, then it's just a matter of knowing what your numbers are. There's an amount of people you have to call. There's an amount of sales that you have to make. There's an amount of presentations that must be done in order to achieve your goal. So let's just say you have 5 on 5 on each side, and you need 5 and 5 on more on each side to hit your level. So that's 10 new enrollments, correct? And if you want to do that by our next event, let's say it's within 60 days, then you have 60 days to be able to enroll 10 people. And if you are doing this completely by yourself, which is never the case, you always have a mentor or your upline guiding you. And then, of course, your team members that join the team that are also building their business that incorporates in your numbers as well. But just to keep the numbers simple, let's just say you need 10 people in the next 60 days and you're doing it all by yourself. The formula is to know that if you show 10 people, you're going to enroll 20 to 30%. If you're really bad, it's 20%. If you're really good, it's about 40 or 50%. And when you use a third party testimony, when you bring in an expert to share their story after the presentation and answer any question, your percentage actually goes up between 30 to 60%, which is really big. That's a huge deal. So always use your third-party testimonies by your experts. And if you know these numbers are to be factual, which is true, then out of 10 people you show, 2 or 3 are going to sign up, and you know that you need 10 people to join, then your goal should be to show 40 people. Because out of the 40 people, you're going to have at least 10 to 12 that join. So if I know that I need to show 40 people in the next 60 days, and if you do the math, let me pull out my calculator because I'm not the best at it. If I take 10 people divided by 60, which is your formula, I need to enroll 10 people in the next 60 days. That means I need to enroll 0.16 people per day. Now, if I times that by 7 for 7 days in a week, that's just over 1 person a week. So now if I know that I need to enroll 1 person a week, let's just say 2, then I know I need to show 10 people a week. So you're more likely going to hit your numbers before you even hit the 60 days if you're following the system. So the question now is, how do you get 10 people to see the presentation? Well, if I know that I'm showing 10 people, I need to at least times that number by 1.5 to 3 times, depending on which market you're showing. Remember, we have 3 different markets of people we show. We have our hot market, we have our warm market, and we have our cold market. The hot people are the ones that you know. The warm market are the people that you don't talk to on a regular basis. And the cold market is the people you don't know. So obviously the people you don't know, you're going to have to talk to a lot more people. So definitely show everybody you know first. And it's great practice because you need a lot of confidence and posture, and you need to know where you're going in order to be able to talk to the cold people. So if I know I need to have 10 people a week seeing the presentation, then that just simply means I need to show at least 15 or 25 to 50 to 30 people. I need to call, not show. I need to call at least 25 to 30 people per week, which is very simple to do. I can do that in less than an hour because not everybody's going to answer the phone, right? and not everybody's going to be able to be available right then and there. Not everybody's going to want to participate in your conversations. So it's a matter of just knowing the numbers. 25 to 30 calls a week to get 10 people to see it, to get 2 or 3 to join every single week.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. You talk about cold market, and I think most of us on this call, or obviously it's important to ensure that we get onto our hot market and warm market, but the cold market, with the social sharing revolution and social media, we underuse that as a tool. What can you share in terms of social media, and what can we do in terms of training, so that we can equip our team in terms of social media? How would we go about it, and what can you basically, what nuggets can you share in terms of social media? Thank you, Melanie.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my very biggest passion right now. Just so you have an idea, social media marketing is the ability to share your business on social media and earn an income through your social media content. Today, it is worth $30 billion by doing this. In the next 6 years, by 2030, it's expected to be $300 billion market. So if you are not learning how to build your business through social media, then you may be doing it an older way. Because if you recall, and if you've been around our industry for a while, or you may have had somebody show up on your doorstep, where people used to knock on doors. Remember, they would go door to door and try to sell their services or products. And then it became, now that we have access to the phone and the internet, people use their telephones. Well, I don't know about you, but a lot of people are ignoring my calls, right? So now it is smart to be able to go to where people's attention are. And where are people's attention? Going like this, they're scrolling through social media, right? So why not market yourself in the correct way? There's definitely a wrong way and a right way, right? With everything. So why not market yourself through social media by just creating some content that is going to attract the ideal clients that you want to work with? So social media is big. And I always tell people this. What I love about our industry is that we get to copy, edit, and paste and not get in trouble for it. In high school, I used to copy my friend's test in chemistry, and I would get in trouble for it. So here, in our market, you're allowed to do that. You can go copy all of my stuff. You can use my stuff. Just make it relatable to your story and repost it. A lot of times a lot of things that I share on my social media page is most of the time copied. It's very rare that I come up with something on my own. Why work harder when we can work smarter? And the biggest advice I would give to you right now for building your business on social media is to push out, to create 7-second reels. 7-second reels are the biggest thing right now, that the algorithms on social media platforms are putting people to see those versus your regular content.
Thank you. Melanie, in transitioning from your prior company to Secret, I'm 100% certain, the prior company had its own challenges, and when we had obstacles, if you had challenges there, it helped you also in your current company with the Secret. So if you can highlight, in terms of how have you basically overcome some of the challenges you faced or you're facing, because challenges are never going to go away, right?
Never. I embrace the challenges, first of all. Just so you know, welcome the challenges, because these are your growing spurts. If you're not being faced with challenges in life, then you're just maintaining a very comfortable lifestyle. I look at challenges as an opportunity to know that I'm leveling up my business, my characteristic, and my well-being in order to achieve the great goals that I have. So a few things that come to mind as I built my business early on I love to talk, right? Especially as a woman. The ladies know, right? We love to talk. So I used to say way too much, or actually I would even interrupt my third party testimony. And being coachable is one of the biggest things that I would say for you to incorporate. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I would incorporate just understanding that the people that are helping you are there to make sure that you're going to win at your biggest potential. So just know that they're there to make sure that you are receiving information so that you don't make the same mistakes that they do. So be as coachable as you can. If it feels a little bit uncomfortable and they may be talking to you in a way that you don't respect, then let them know. Say, hey, I'm coachable, but the way that you're telling me is just not comprehending because the way it's coming off. And that just goes to understanding the different characteristics we have, which is my second growth that I had to do. In the military, I thought that, community and teamwork and leadership was going to be a great asset of learning. But I realized that I learned very little in the military than I did compared to in our industry, because I really understood that people were so different in the characteristics that we hold. And we like to talk about it in 4 different colors. Those colors are red, blue, yellow, and green. And when I learned these colors, it changed the whole game for me. Just so you have a better understanding, if you've never heard this before, reds like to take over the world. They win at all costs. They're very precise. They're very they like the elegant things. You can call them bougie. They like designer names. They're your reds, right? The blues, which like to have a lot of fun, are your party goers. They wear big jewelry. They wear nice lipstick. They have their nails done. They know where all the parties are. Your yellows are the people that like to take care of people. They like to help and organize things, and they're very giving. And then our greens are very analytical. They want to know all the facts. They want to know all the numbers, and they like plans and structure. So when I learned that, I first joined as a blue yellow. I love people. I love to help, and I'm very fun, and I like parties. I knew that I was going to have to adjust my way of speaking to somebody that might be a different color than me. I wouldn't promote an event to a green and tell them how awesome the parties are going to be at the events if they're a green and I'm a blue. Does that make sense? So to know that I had to learn how to adjust who I was talking to depending on what color they were. If they were a green and I wanted to get them to an event, I would talk more about the facts and the numbers and the exact systems and plans that are going to happen at the event, because they need to know everything. Right? If I know that I'm going to talk to a red, then I need to let them know how awesome this compensation plan is and how much money we're going to make, and give them the winning attitude of what it looks like to really go all in and create their goals and their dreams. So for me, when I became a purple yellow, which is what I am now, that's your red and blue makes purple, my favorite color, by the way, and yellow, I found that as I grew into a leader position, which is not given to us, it's actually demanded of you. So you have to learn leadership skills, because when you build a team, you become a leader, and now you are responsible for other people. And when I was talking as a red to a yellow, I found that I was hurting people's feelings, but I really did care about them and I wanted them to win. But the way that I came off to people was too much, too aggressive, when I should have just calmed it down. So knowing who you're talking to and understanding that person's personality and their characteristics really does help a lot.
Awesome. I remember when I first looked at network marketing, and when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad and understood the quadrants on Robert Kiyosaki, and one of the key things he said, if you are obviously recommended network marketing as a system, a ready-made system, especially if somebody wanted financial freedom in terms of passive income. But what he said was key. He says, you had to also join a company that had a good personal development system. Because most of us have been, taught to go to school, get a good education, get a college degree and work. So a very employee mindset. So we're not taught to be entrepreneurs. So how has personal development and training impacted, and how important it is, especially being part of this industry?
Yes. Besides the community and the fellowship and networking, personal growth and development is my second favorite. And I give it everything. I give it everything I am today. It is the person I've become in the last 13 years that would have definitely not been where I am now if it wasn't for our systems and the personal growth and development. Actually, I probably wouldn't be married right now if it wasn't for the skills that I've obtained to incorporate in my life, to the amazing man that I attracted. And knowing that I became such a better person, not only for myself, but for the people around me, for my business partners, our team, and of course, my family, has definitely been a huge difference in many areas of my life. Understanding how to handle challenges and obstacles, knowing that, it's not a matter of what is going on in my life, it's a matter of how I react to what's going on in my life is so, so important. So if you're not a part of the inner circle and you're not attending the events or coming on these calls like Mira and Henry post for you, then you're missing out a huge deal on a life importance with personal growth and development.
Awesome. In terms of objections, Melanie, do you also get objections? And
never. Everyone always says yes to me.
Is it part of the deal?
Yes, I get objections, and I like to handle them accordingly. If somebody tells me they don't have money, I share a story with people who have joined my team who also didn't have money and was able to figure out how to get started. And I share the same stories over and over and over again, because it's the facts. Facts don't compel people. It's the stories that inspire people to take action. And knowing that everyone has a different objection, hearing them over and over again for the last 13 years, I will handle the objections on 2 to 3 times before just saying, okay, when you're ready, we're here. Because I'm also looking for the people that are ready, that want to sacrifice, that want to commit. Because if you find those people, you don't have to ask them to get on a call every week. You don't have to ask them to go to the events. You don't have to ask them to use the products or go on an amazing escape or a getaway. They already do it. And that's the people that I'm looking for. So I'm not here to convince people. I'm just here to help them and coach them to understand that go sell something, go borrow money from a few people to figure out how to get started. Our membership fees and our costs are very low compared to having a franchise like McDonald's, or having something that you have to build on your own. That's going to take a lot more effort. I don't think people realize that there's a lot more behind the scenes as a business owner if you've never been in business for yourself than what we do here in our industry. Because knowing that you could just sign up, pay one time a year, and buy some products every month, you have access to everything, between all the reporting systems in the home office, between the website structure, between the executive team, between customer service, between all the legal advice and security that we have. If something happens, people can't sue us. They go to the company. And if you were to have your own business, you would have to deal with all of those things, and not to mention manufacturing and shipping and employees and all of that. We don't have to worry about any of that. And that's why I love our industry so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Melanie, if you can share, what's your favorite products? I mean, if you can.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Have.
So I already shared with you, I love the mud soap, right? And I'm so grateful that Henry actually created, I believe he did, or his team did, this beautiful slide deck that has all my favorite products. So I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see them. and I can explain to you a little bit about what that looks like. So the first one, of course, we are part of a travel club, right? And we travel. So they have the best products for you to use while you're traveling. I absolutely love the cuticle oil. If ladies, you get your nails done with the gels or whatever you do, then the cuticle oil is going to help your nails last longer. Every time I go back to get to my nails done, the people say, "Oh my gosh, your nails are so long. How did they all last?" And well, it's my cuticle oil. The shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and face wash are all small size again. So you have a travel kit, comes with a beautiful little bag. And what's great is that you'll find that the retail price is $77. As an agent, you get it for only $49. And as a club secret agent, you get it for $44. So it's obviously smart to be an agent and a club member, so you get the best price. Another must-have is the mascara. Guys, I know you're going to love your mascara. No, I'm just kidding. But I actually tried it the other day to cover some of my grays when I had my hair pulled back. And guys and ladies, if you have grays, this is a really great cover up to hide those grays. So the mascara is no longer just for the ladies. Guys can use it too. I always get compliments and wow comments on the magnetic mug mask. This is really, really cool and unique. Nobody else has it because it is a mask that you can put on, and within 3 to 5 minutes, you just simply take it off with a magnetic wand, and there is no towels, napkins, or even water that's necessary with your traditional mask. So those are my favorite as well. And as you can see, here's a really great deal. As a secret agent is $249, but you're getting it for $224 if you purchase everything you see here in the package. But of course, you can purchase them individually as well. I absolutely love the Body Basic Care. One of my favorites is the salt and oil scrubs. I remember the first time that I ever used it, I was blown away because I got in bed and I was by myself. I was single at the time, and I could not stop smelling myself because it smelled so good and my skin was so soft. And I literally felt like I just had left a spa center, enjoying my own salt and scrub right in the convenience of my own shower. So if you love this, I know my husband loves the body wash. And again, as you can see, the mud soaps in here, the shampoo and conditioner. I use the conditioner. It's really great for curly hair, tight curls. It gets all the knots out. I'm grateful for this product so much because before the shampoo and conditioner, I would literally sit in the shower for an hour trying to get all the knots out of my curls. For those that have really curly hair, you know what I'm talking about. This retails at $186 for everything in the picture, but it's only $118 as a secret agent, and a club secret agent. That's a huge savings for only $108. That's a really great deal. And then, of course, who wants to live longer, looking younger forever? Everybody, right? So I incorporate the skincare line. My favorite out of the BioShields is the hydrating water because it's so easy and it's simple. It allows me to just take the hydrating water and put it directly onto my hands. I don't use a cotton ball because I find that being wasteful of the product. And I put like maybe a quarter size or a dime size. And, oh, that's in US dollars, excuse me. A very small amount in my hands. And I rub my hands together and I put it all over my face and my neck and my chest and on the back of my neck. And it's refreshing. It hydrates everything. So that's my favorite. And it's very easy to use. And even if you just buy that, you're going to love it because, you know, a lot of these things can be more expensive if you buy all of it. But even if you're just buying one or two at a time, then you're going to see a huge difference. This whole package retails at $783. As a secret agent, it's $291. And look at this. You get it for $262 for all of this, which is a really great deal. It comes with the hydrating water, as I mentioned. It comes with a really great lotion. It comes with a sleep mask, which is super cool because the sleep mask, you just put it on and you go to sleep. You don't have to take it off. It stays on your skin throughout the night. There's also an eye cream as well. And again, this helps reduce your fine lines and wrinkles, making you look younger longer. And our latest is our BioSkin Glow, which I also love. The serums are really great, are my favorite. But the biggest my most favorite out of this collection is the Silky Milk, I believe it's called. the glow milky essence. There it is. And the reason why I love it is because, again, it's simple, it's easy. It comes in a spray bottle and you just spray it on your face and then you rub it in. So that is my favorite. I love it also. It's very quick and easy and simple. So if you were to get that individually, then you're going to love that as well. This is a vegan line. So it's our cleanest line that we have. And as you can see, it retails for $7.59. Secret Agent is $4.45. And the club price is for $401 for everything that you see in this photo. So those are some of my favorites, as you can see. And again, my face has looked impeccable since using those. I've noticed that fine lines and wrinkles have disappeared. I've noticed, again, the acne is gone. And I also had some blemishes. And then underneath the eyes, it wasn't in the photos, but I also used the eye cream, the men's line. I think you guys have that in Africa, right? That's my favorite as well, because it reduces, I should say, the black circles, the dark circles under your eyes. So I use the men's line as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Melanie. Well, basically, we're going to be wrapping up now. And, Melanie's journey is a testimony of extraordinary heights one can reach through the combination of passion, commitment, and an entrepreneurial spirit. From military service to global exploration and business success, Melanie's story resonates as an inspiration to dreamers and doers alike. And as she continues to travel the world, give back, and impact lives, the chapters of her story are sure to unfold in even more remarkable achievements and adventures. So, Melanie, in parting, there might be people that are sitting on the fence right now, thinking, is Secret the company for them? What are your parting words to us? And if we were your team today, what would you give us as a call to action, especially ending 2023 and beginning the new year of 2024? So what can you share with us, Melanie? Thank you.
Yes, I would share that if your story is ending the same now as it did in 2022, then something has to change. If you're not where you said you would be by this time at the beginning of January, in January 2023, then there is a lack of commitment. There is a lack of structure, and there's just a lack of your desires. So what I would tell you is that let's make a difference. And knowing that you have the support, you have the leadership, you have access to people that want to help you, that want to see you succeed, that are willing to give up their time to help you achieve your goals. It is just a matter of you just saying, hey, I'm the person. I'm going to do it. 2024 is going to be the biggest year of my life. It's going to be the pinnacle of history, remembering that I made the decision and took massive action to make a difference, so that this time next year, I don't have the same story looking back that I wish I would have, that I would have just put in a little more time or helped a little more people. So your job is very simple. Ask for help. Just ask for help. Be the one that says, I don't understand this. I don't get this. Teach me, help me, show me, invite other people. Whatever it takes for you to succeed, know that doing it by yourself is the wrong way. It is stated in our books, in our histories, that people succeeded because of community, because of support. And being here is the easy part. But when you're alone in your home, not on this warm, fuzzy Zoom call, then it is up to you to realize that it is your responsibility to pick up the phone and ask your leaders, your mentors, for the guidance that you need. So you have the formula. You have the best world-class products in the world. You have the amazing opportunity to travel at wholesale. And you have the best opportunity, in my opinion, to create residual income. Because remember, there's only 6 ways to do it. So if this is the most simplest way, know that this is your lottery ticket to financial freedom. This is the fast track. It won't happen overnight, but it could definitely happen in the next 6, 9, or 12 months. Your life can look completely different this time next year if you do a little bit at a time. Remember to take time for yourself once a week, and know that if you do so, you won't find yourself being burnt out, because you're allowing your time to take place that comforts your soul, that allows you to do the things that you love doing. So knowing that if you take one day a week and the next 6 days a week that you have to work your business, I would suggest putting in an hour a day minimum to make a huge difference for your family, and incorporate your family into your plans, into your goals. Have them participate in you attending meetings. I'm reading the book Building a Empire by Brian Carthers. It's your book of learning how to create a successful network marketing business. This guy had people enrolling 5,000 people a week, every single week, on his team. He's made over $15 million. So study these books that help you understand how to build your business. And he says that if you can create 2 jars, with one jar being all the things that you don't want, with your credit card bills or your job and your career that you want to get out of, or your family situation that is not healthy, take little pictures and post it all on that jar. And then take the other jar and post all the things that you do want. Debt-free, traveling to see Disney, whatever it is, the nice house, the nice car, the bank account, whatever it is that you want, put those pictures on that jar and ask your family, ask your children. And next year in 2024, what is your biggest gift that you could receive from me as your parents, as your mother or your father? And if they say they want to go see Mickey and Minnie, have them cut out pictures of Mickey and Minnie and post them on the jar. And every day that you are building your business, you'll be reminded with these jars, as you'll start with, let's say your goal, as we just talked with the formula, is to show 10 people a week. And you would have 10 jars, or let's say you would do 40 a month for 4 weeks, that's 40 a month. You would have 40 marbles in one jar of the things that you don't want, your debt, your credit cards, whatever the case may be. And every time you show somebody, you take a marble out of the things you don't want jar and you put it into the things that you do want jar. And you'll find your kids asking you, when can you go do another meeting? Because they know that those meetings are going to move marbles into the other jar. And when that jar gets full every month, that gets them closer to being able to go see Mickey and Minnie. They're going to feel included in helping you build your business. So that's what I would say to you is don't give up, never quit. And know this, life hack, very important. If you give your all, you are bound to succeed. If you never quit, you'll never fail. So just keep going every day. Your progress is your consistency. Embrace the challenges, embrace the struggles, because those are your growing spurts. And know that I can't wait to see you cross stage. I'll be in the front row taking pictures of you all and giving you a big hug, congratulating you as you get off. Thank you so much, Nira and Henry, for hosting these calls and asking me to share my story. And I pray that you all have a very happy holiday season. And I can't wait to see you at our next big events.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Melanie. On behalf of Team Africa, we really, really value all the passion and all that you've given us today. We definitely hear you, and we're committing to make end 2023 with a bang. And 2024 is definitely going to be an amazing one for each and every one of us on this call. So thank you so much. And if anybody has a quick question for Melanie, you can raise your hand. Just going to give you like 2 minutes, and then we're going to be ending the call. Okay, guys, you're welcome to unmute and say your thanks and hellos to Melanie and before we end this call. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye now.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Melanie.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome. Good to see so many familiar faces. Bye, everybody. Good night.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.
Night.
Thank you, Nira.